Yesterday was the first of the 2 Xbox and Bethesda shows. Let's talk about it and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So the day has come. It is now gone for the first Xbox and Bethesda showcase. I had a great time streaming it with you guys, watching it, and just hanging out. So first of all, that's the biggest highlight for me, was just having the community in there watching the show. It was a great time, and hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing with the upcoming showcase tomorrow. But let's talk about the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, what I thought about it, what were some of my favorite highlights. So first of all, the biggest thing for me with the Xbox and Bethesda showcase was the format. I thought that they did great with the format. It's something that I want to see them continue to do going forward with further shows, is gameplay, and more gameplay, with a sprinkle of some other announcements in there that just kind of get you hyped up and tease the game, and minimal talking. And in reality, most people just want to see games and gameplay. They don't really care about all the talking that goes on unless there's like a huge announcement for hardware or something new coming to Xbox Game Pass, like a new feature and stuff like that. But when it comes to games, people want to see the gameplay, and I thought Xbox did a great job with showing game after game after game after game. And the format itself started off with a bang, with I would say 3 just games that seem extremely exciting, then went into more of the midpoint of it where it was slower, but still some exciting stuff pretty much for everybody out there, with tons of games coming over to Xbox Game Pass. And then they ended it off with Starfield. So I thought the format was very well done, and there are a ton of games to be able to play. Now, the key for this show you need to focus on, because I see a lot of people talking on social media saying, where's this game? Where's this game? Where is this game? Was that they were showing off games that we were going to be able to play within the next 12 months in Xbox Game Pass, or not within Xbox Game Pass, but the majority of them were in Xbox Game Pass. And I think they did an incredible job with giving us a ton of games and content to look forward to and to play, and to prove the value of having that Xbox Game Pass subscription between now and 2023. And that's what I think the key was. So first of all, they showed off Redfall. That was the first game that they showed off at the show, and I'm now more excited for Redfall than I've ever been. I thought the gameplay was a ton of fun. The movement, I loved the vampire. The graphics were cool. I liked the atmosphere where they had like the Ferris wheel, they had the fair and all that type of stuff. Just looked very, very cool. And it's going to be such a great game coming to Xbox Game Pass. But the thing is, they doubled down on the fact you can play this game single player, you can play this game with friends, it doesn't matter. There's going to be a single player story, which has me very happy to see. They showed off Forza Motorsport. Now, Forza Motorsport, it looked amazing. Graphically looked amazing. It's going to be a showcase game. They had features in there that are going to be compared directly to Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5, and they already have like the vehicle damage. So I think this game is going to blow all of the other sim racers out of the water. So very excited to see more about Forza Motorsport coming in 2023. So again, just around the corner. When I think about these big games coming out within 1 year from now, between now and the end of 2023, that is a short time period, especially for these big AAA games. Next thing I want to talk about is one of the biggest surprises for me. This one just blew me away. It was the Riot announcement, and I was just extremely shocked to see them be able to do this. They are bringing in the big Riot games, League of Legends, Valorant, Legends of Runeterra, and Team Fight Tactics, all to Xbox Game Pass. But the big thing here is for games like League of Legends and Valorant, you are getting access to all of the champions within those games, all of the characters, all of the stuff where you would have to pay money or grind hours to unlock. You're getting them with Xbox Game Pass. And it says here, each Riot game will be coming with full unlocks or other extras, whether that's every agent in Valorant, which is awesome because that's the main Riot game that I play, the foundation set in Runeterra, or select little champions in Team Fight Tactics. While these games are already free to play, agents, cards, and champions are sometimes locked behind microtransactions, but for players with Xbox Game Pass, these purchases will become free. And I think this is huge because these are massive games. These have so many people playing them, and if you can just sign up to Xbox Game Pass, get access to all the games that are there, all the first-party Xbox Game Studio games plus everything else, and get all of your champions, all of your agents for free without having to pay more microtransactions, that is a huge win. And I think this is going to be a massive attraction for the service. I think tons more people will be signing up to Xbox Game Pass specifically for this. And for me personally, Valorant has me pretty excited that all agents are unlocked, and I definitely will be checking that out when that hits in 2023. So, and again, that was just a huge surprise for me. Did not expect that. And I think that's very, very cool. The next massive thing that they announced that I predicted that they were going to do, I just had a feeling, and it was Persona coming over to Xbox Game Pass in 2023. Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5 all coming onto Xbox Game Pass, and this is massive. This is massive for the service itself. This is massive for the Japanese audience. And finally, Atlas is giving these games over to the Xbox ecosystem and platform. People are going to be excited to play it. I'm going to be jumping into these games to check them out. And I think it's just a massive win for Xbox to get Persona on there. Now, what's interesting is Persona 5 is coming in 2022, but Persona 3 and 4 are coming in 2023. So keep your eyes open for those if you want to check out the Persona series. Now, another game sticking on the Japanese style games topic was a new one that not many people had heard about. I don't think anybody had heard about before. And that is coming from Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja. And this game here is called Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Looks really cool. The graphic style, the setting, all that type of stuff. Not too much that we know about it other than we have this here that says Wolong Fallen Dynasty follows the dramatic action-packed story of a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy version of the later Han Dynasty, where demons plague the three kingdoms. Players fight off deadly creatures and enemy soldiers using swordplay based on the Chinese martial arts, attempting to overcome the odds by awakening true power from within. And it's hitting Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PC in early 2023. And again, this is an Xbox Game Pass game, so something to be very excited for. This kind of reminds me back to the Xbox 360. We wouldn't have seen that at all in the Xbox One era, but it really shows the advancement Xbox has gone from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X and S, making it a desirable platform and console, especially in Japan. Now, besides that, there were like a ton of other games, just game after game after game that they showed off. Some of my favorites ones that just completely surprised me was, I think it was the second or third game they showed off, and that was High on Life. And this one's super cool. It's coming from the Rick and Morty creators. Just absolutely quirky. The graphics to me look super cool. How the gun has like a face and it's moving and it's so colorful, and the combat looks fun. Like, it looks like kind of kiddie graphically and the actual characters, but it definitely has mature elements to it by the humor in it and just by the combat and stuff that they had. So I'm actually really excited for High on Life. Looks like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to check this one out. They showed off Plague's Tale Requiem. Again, we've seen this one a couple times now. Looks really, really good. And then they went off and showed off Overwatch 2. Looks like a ton of fun, and a bunch of other stuff. We got another trailer for Arc 2. Kind of disappointed they didn't show any gameplay for this one, but this was one of those ones, like I said, they showed off gameplay for most of the games, but some of them just had the CGI cinematic hype trailer, and Arc 2 was one of those. But this one is coming in 2023. This is originally coming in 2022, just got a little bit pushed out. Scorn, we got an official release date of October 21st, 2022. Very happy to see this. An absolutely terrifying, kind of gross looking game. I think a lot of people will be interested in playing this one, especially when they first showed it off. It looks very unique and different, so excited to check this one out in October. Perfect for Halloween as well. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. This is one that I thought I had seen before. I couldn't remember, but they showed off the gameplay. It's coming in 2023. It's a third-person action game. Looks like a ton of fun. This one I'm very, very excited for, and coming to Xbox Game Pass. So that was great to see. We got a new Minecraft announcement. I think this one was sort of leaked before. People had been talking about this. It's an action strategy game for Minecraft called Minecraft Legends, coming to Xbox and PC in 2023. And Minecraft games always do extremely well. They have that IP notoriety. And here we are with Minecraft Legends, which will be something I think will take off like Minecraft Dungeons did. But I could go on and on with the games that they showed off. Actually, I want to show this one as well, Pentiment. Pentiment looked really cool. This is one that we've heard a lot about. This is from the smaller team at Obsidian. We finally saw it. Really cool graphic style. It's going to be a narrative crime story. So if you're into that, this could be the game for you. But it's great to see that we finally saw the artwork and the gameplay of what this is going to be about. I'm pretty excited for this one, just to kind of see where it all ends up, because we know Obsidian has great writing, great stories, and Pentiment's going to be specifically focusing on the narrative elements for it, so it could be very cool. Scrolling down here, I got to talk about this too. Diablo 4. This game, man, Diablo 4 looks incredible. I can't wait for this one to come out. It is coming to PC, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and Switch. So it's coming out within the next year. Now, They didn't say this is coming to Xbox Game Pass, and I'm assuming that once the deal is finalized, it will be coming to Xbox Game Pass. They maybe just couldn't mention it because the Activision Blizzard deal isn't finalized. But this is one of the games I'm most excited for from this showcase. If we go down here, you see the gameplay, the enhancement in the graphics. They also mentioned that the Necromancer was the last and newest class coming to the game. Going to be open world, shared world. There's going to be all this PvP stuff. So there's going to be so much to do with Diablo 4. And I absolutely can't wait to play it. They also mentioned the Hideo Kojima and Xbox partnership, something that's been in the rumors that people have been talking about for a long time. We just haven't heard anything about. And we finally got an official reveal and announcement of the Hideo Kojima and Xbox partnership. Don't really know anything about the game that's coming out. We saw the leak of Overdose. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's something else. But it's officially confirmed that Kojima and Xbox are now working together on an exclusive Xbox title. And then finally, of course, they showed off Starfield. Now, they showed off a ton of gameplay here. I think it was about 8 minutes or 10 minutes of gameplay from Starfield, from combat to flying to space combat to exploration to how big it is with 1,000 planets and all that type of stuff. And there were some issues with the trailer. I mean, there was like the FPS stuff and there was some stuttering and things like that. But I mean, that's why the game has been delayed, to make sure that's polished when it comes out. But overall, to me, when I saw this game, I was blown away. I think this is going to be absolutely insane, absolutely incredible, huge, so much to do, so much to explore and get lost in. I can't wait for Starfield. The 1,000 planets thing makes the game sound like it's enormous. You're always going to have stuff to do. And I think that's one of the biggest talking points right now that people are divided on with Starfield is, do they want 1,000 planets or do they want just 10 planets and make them really good? But it really depends on how they implement it, how they design the quests, where the way I interpret it is the 1,000 planets procedurally generated or whatever are there for you if you want to continue to explore the world and find resources and just do random stuff either throughout the game or when you're finished the game. But I think the main core gameplay of Starfield, the main quest, side quests, main quests are all going to be within a certain, I guess, area, certain amount of planets where it's really well done with great NPCs and great writing. That's what I'm hoping for. But there's so much stuff in here. You can fly ships, you can build your ships, you can build your base, you can create pretty much any character that you want. It's your game. And I think for most people, this is what they were looking for. So I'm extremely excited for Starfield. I do believe this is going to be a generational RPG. We'll have to wait and see what happens when it comes out. But all in all, I mean, this is huge. This right here is huge. It was a massive show. They showed off a ton of stuff. Now, some of the games in here they didn't show off. For example, I believe they showed off Atomic Heart. They didn't show off Resident Evil 4 or anything like that. But this is the amount of content coming to Xbox and PC over the next 12 months. And you can see the amount of games coming to Xbox Game Pass. And I think that's the key right here over the next year or so, is that we are getting so much content to the service. The value for Xbox Game Pass has never been better. And whether you like the games that they showed off or not, I can't hold back my excitement and hype for Xbox Game Pass over these next 12 months because there's just so much to play. And yeah, they didn't show off all of their first party games. Yeah, there's lots of games people want to see, like where was Avowed, where was Hellblade. Those games, I guess, aren't coming out in the next year or so. But I feel like, from my perspective, when I look at this, yeah, I want to play those games, but there's so much other stuff to play. I'm not too worried and I'm not too sad that we didn't see those because I'm going to be so occupied with the amount of value that is on Xbox Game Pass. I love video games. I love the art form, and there's so much variety here. I'm going to be completely occupied for years, literally, with all of this stuff to play. That's the way I see it. So I thought the show was great. I know there's mixed reactions on the show. I thought it was great. I had a fun time, and we'll see what happens on June 14th with the next Xbox show. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys thought about the show. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What were your favorite things? What things did you dislike the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, you enjoyed what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.